Let's get straight to the point. Barcelona signed badly this summer. Did they? Did they sign badly?
They did. They did because they right now
they signed very well,
not completely. Yeah, but I mean, there's something missing. Yeah. When you try to get the players that you need, and there's a hole in the very important part of the defense. The defense is not working. They need a central defender, and they don't have it. And it's crucial if you're playing the Champions League to have a very good back line, and they don't have it.
They do have it if everyone's fit, though, don't they? If Piqué and Puyol are both available, and is there a risk that if you buy a very good and very famous and very big name centre back, and then you say, oh, by the way, when Piqué and Puyol are fit, you're not playing. Is that more of a problem?
But they signed Fabregas, and theoretically, Fabregas,
it's easier with Fabregas because Fabregas wants to come home. It's his club.
Okay.
There's rotations.
But also Sanchez, they spent a lot of money, and theoretically, you have Pedro Messi Villa, and Sanchez has to get in.
No, that is perfect. That is perfect. The problem is that you cannot rely on Carles Puyol to have him for the whole season.
You know what? They thought they have Fontas. No, that came in from because they signed two players, but also they got two players from the Cantera, Thiago and Fontas. And I think they thought Fontas was more ready than he is.
Yeah.
And they released Milito. They did well because.
But just a second. They thought Fontas was more ready than he is. Maybe Fontas is more ready than we think he is. Maybe we've only seen him a couple of times.
Maybe
he's a better player.
We are used to see these players, these young players, come and fit in very well and very easily. Look at Thiago.
There's another question, by the way, that goes with this, isn't there? Which is that if you're a centre-back at Barcelona, is it brilliant because you get protected all the time because your team's got possession and you never get attacked? Yes. Or is it awful because on those rare moments when you do attack, you're forced to go back towards your own goal? You're very, very exposed when the other team overcomes that first wave of pressure.
There is a very good statistics for that. Barcelona get very few occasions with the contrary, the other team attacking on goal. I mean, 2 or 3 times.
Look at Milan.
Yes, two occasions, 2 possibilities to score, and they scored.
Because the chances that do happen are very clear.
And the back line, the defense is in the midfield. So whenever they have they get through that back line, it's goal.
And now the midfield is not the usual midfield because Busquets and Mascherano, the two pivote, as we call them in Spain, are playing in defense. So I think now the defense is exposed exactly for this. And Busquets and Mascherano are not fast enough. I think
that's exactly what I was going to ask. That if we're talking about the way that Barcelona play, they push very hard up the pitch. That's a conscious decision. We sometimes say, "Oh, it's suicidal." No, it's not, because they believe it would be more suicidal to play another way.
If they have the ball,
exactly,
there's no risk.
and they win the ball higher up the pitch, that defence never gets exposed. But when it does get exposed, and you've just said it there, is the key that centre back needs to be quick, because when he's forced to turn back towards his own goal, he's so
and without Busquets, you don't have that cover. Busquets, I think, is vital, and Keita is not as good playing there as Busquets.
You need to have a good midfield. And if the midfield is focused and concentrated, they don't lose the ball, the defense doesn't suffer. But right now the midfield is not working as last year.
So there's a question then, why didn't Barcelona sign a centre-back?
No money. They spent all the money, I think.
Prioritised elsewhere.
Yes.
Is that priority wrong then? Is that the right priority? Because that's what I wonder. You look at it, you think, well, okay, I think we all agree that Alexis and Cesc are very good signings.
Yes.
But given that they cost 70 million between them, do you actually say, tell you what, I'm going to leave one of them out and I'm going to buy a centre-back instead?
They hoped there were no injuries and Fontas could help more, I think. They weren't expecting, Piqué and Puyol to be injured at the same time.
But if they believe that, they will have included Fontas at the starting 11, which they didn't do.
There is not
That's
another...
also true.
Ha suonato. In italiano.
Ha suonato.